Hello there, and thank you very much for opening up this video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bond, Dr. James Bond. I'm a health and fitness expert, and I work with people who want to improve their quality of life, particularly those who want to lose weight. What makes my service different is that I'm the only personal fitness instructor in the north of England who's a qualified medical doctor, and therefore I can take on cases that other fitness instructors cannot or will not dare. Now, a few days ago, this article came out in the Daily Express saying, "Obesity linked to 11 cancers." Well, when I read the article and the British Medical Journal article it relates to, I was not in the least bit surprised. In fact, it mentions cancer of the esophagus, stomach, bowel, pancreas, and the womb, as well as many others. Now, here's the thing. Obesity does put you at risk of cancers. But let me make one thing very clear to you. If there is no medical condition known to man that is not worsened by obesity, you tell me of any medical condition and I will tell you how obesity makes it worse, okay? And the other thing you have to take into consideration is that obesity makes the treatment of any cancer worse. Any form of cancer is largely treated in hospital, and most hospital treatments require some form of intravenous access. So getting intravenous access on someone who's obese, I can tell you here and now, is very, very difficult. Okay, it's it makes it a lot harder. So giving people chemotherapy is a lot worse. But let's consider the case of someone who is morbidly overweight, who requires surgery for cancer or any kind of medical condition for that matter. Consider this: they're really heavy. So how are they going to get to hospital? Okay, if they require an ambulance to get there, is that ambulance going to be able to cope with their weight? They might need a special one. Okay, once they're there, if they're heavily overweight, how are you going to get them to the hospital ward or the theatre? You might need a wheelchair or a special bed. Are they going to be available? If they're super overweight, think about it logically. You're going to need more than one or two people to transport that patient to the hospital ward or the theatre. It gets worse. Once they're actually there, okay, imagine this. Think of the mnemonic A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, A stands for airway. Getting an airway, if they require general anaesthetic on someone who's really overweight, is an absolute nightmare. Any anaesthetist will tell you that. The breathing apparatus you have to use requires a lot more weight, a lot more industrial strength stuff. Okay, circulation. The circulatory equipment, again, more work. Don't ever forget glucose. Well, here's the thing. Such patients who are heavily overweight, if they require surgery, they need to be starved on the morning of surgery and given a GKI, glucose, potassium, and insulin infusion, assuming, of course, they're diabetic. Okay, and you'll be amazed at how many overweight people there are out there who are diabetic who don't even realize it. Okay, then there's obviously the case of getting intravenous access. Getting intravenous access on someone who's heavily overweight is very difficult. On top of that, they're going to need a lot more anesthetic that could potentially kill them. On top of that, to make matters worse, the increased risk of what's called a diaphragmatic hernia, the contents of the gut going into the thorax, and the increased risk of what's known as a deep venous thrombosis, a blood clot developing in the veins of the legs, and bits can break off and lodge in the lung, a deadly condition known as a pulmonary embolism. Worse still, to actually perform the surgery is that much harder. And worse, to make matters even worse, to seal up the wound is that much harder as well. So it's a lot harder to perform surgery or give treatment to people who are morbidly overweight. Now, here's the thing. So you might be saying to yourself, why doesn't the government do anything about it? Because, believe it or not, it is very much in the government's interest that you are obese, believe it or not. Currently, imagine this scenario. If you're heavily overweight, for every stone overweight you are, you lose 3 years of your lifespan. So imagine this scenario. They get all your working taxes off you, of your working life, and then you die off early if you're morbidly overweight. That means that the money they have to put aside for your pension is saved. The current income of the UK government is £700 billion. 1/7 of that goes on pensions. So if nobody survived a pensionable age, they'd save £100 billion, 1/7 of their income. It is very much in the interest of the government that you die early. That is why they do so little to combat obesity. It's very much in their interest. Anyway, what I suggest you do, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm going to give you a total ton of great information on health, fitness and weight loss over the next few months. You'll find it amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. My name is Bond, James Bond, leaving you shaken but not stirred. Bye bye.